A warm wishes to all. In this video, I am going to explain about sole proprietorship. Let us see the introduction. A business organization is an organization which is engaged in some industrial or commercial activity, we can say. Actually, it represents an institutional arrangement for carrying out any business activity. So, it may be owned and controlled by a single person or a group of individuals. They can enter into a formal or informal agreement to conduct the business jointly. Every business undertaking is a separate and distinct business unit, we can say. So, it has its own identity and separate ownership so that it can be distinguished from other undertakings on the basis of ownership, management, and control. This organization can be divided into two categories: non corporate enterprises, corporate enterprises. Under non corporate enterprises, sole trading concern, partnership firm, joint into family business are included. Under corporate enterprises, government, private, and cooperatives are included. Here, government can be divided into public undertakings and public utilities. Under private, joint stock companies are included. Now let us see the definition given by Wheeler. A business undertaking is a concern, company or enterprises which have and sells, is owned by one person or a group of persons and is managed under a specific act of operating policies, we can say. All these undertakings are directly or indirectly engaged in the transfer of goods and services. So, their main motivation is to earn profit only. Now, let us see the sole trading business. This sole trading business is a form of business organization in which an individual introduces his own capital. He may use his own skill and intelligence in the management of his affairs, and he is solely responsible for the results of his operations. So this individual may run the business, or he may get the assistance of the employees. So it is said this sole trading concern is the oldest among all organizations. This sole trading concern is also known as individual entrepreneurship. So the individual sometimes they may bring capital from his own savings, or he may borrow from his friends or relatives or either financial institutions. So in that case, this business may be started by a single person in his own house or in a rented premises. In that case, there are no legal formalities required to be fulfilled by the single person. For example, if anyone wants to start a restaurant, only he has to obtain a license from the health department of the municipal corporation. Let us see the definition given by J.L. Anson about sole trader. A sole trader is a type of business unit where a person is solely responsible for providing the capital or bearing the risk of the enterprise and for the management of business. Now, let us see the characteristics of a sole trading concern. First one is ownership by one man. Actually, this business unit is owned by a single person. In that case, the sole trader he entirely contributes the capital. So, he is not only the owner of the business but also the manager of the entire affairs, we can say. Second one is freedom of work and quick decisions. Since the sole trader himself is a owner, he need not consult with anybody else so that he can take quick decisions, we can say. Now, unlimited liability. This is a very important characteristics, we can say. Suppose when the business assets are not sufficient to pay off the business debts means he can utilize his personal property to pay off his business debts, we can say. Okay. Then enjoying entire profit. So actually he is the only person who tirelessly works for the improvement and the expansion of the business. In that case, he enjoys all the benefits of his hard work, we can say. Next one is absence of government regulation. Here, the sole trading concern is fully free from government regulations. In that case, there is no legal formalities required to be fulfilled even in case of formation, management, or close of the business. Next one is no separate entity. In that case, the sole trading concern no may comes to an end with death, disability, insanity, mentally affected, and insolvency of the individual, that is kadanaliyaga. Next one is maintenance of secrecy. Actually, only the sole trader manages all the affairs of the business. In that case, he can maintain secrecy of his business. Now, let us see the advantages and the disadvantages. First one is advantages. First point is easy formation. Here, no legal formalities are required to start the sole trading concern already I said. In that case, any person who is capable of entering into a contract, he can start the business, provided he can bring the entire resources for it. Next one is incentive to hard work. Actually, it is said there is a direct relationship between effort and reward. In that case, the entire profit goes to the sole trader only. So, in that case, this induces him to work most effectively, we can say. We can take the TVS group as an example of sole trading concern. Next, fourth point is credit standing. Since the private properties are held liable to satisfy the claims of the creditors, in that case, he can get more financial assistance from the outsiders. That is, the creditors are ready to give more credit to the sole trader. Okay. Next one is personal contact with the customers. Since the sole proprietor he knows each and every customer individually. In that case, he can supply the goods according to the taste and preferences. So, he can maintain personal relationship with the customers, we can say. Okay, va? Next one is flexibility. This sole trader can easily adjust according to the changing circumstance of the business. Suppose if you want to change the business also, he can easily change. Okay. Now let us see the disadvantage. Now let us see the disadvantages of a sole trader. First point is limited capital. Since the capital is contributed by the sole trader, in that case, he cannot extend his business operations after a certain limit. Next one is limited managerial skill. A sole trader has to use his own intelligence and experience only. In that case, it may not help him beyond a certain stage, we can say, because he has to focus on each and every activity. So it is said his managerial ability is limited only. Next one is unlimited liability. Actually, this unlimited liability is an advantage to the sole trader. But here, the creditors know they have the right to recover the dues even from the personal property of the sole trader. In that case, the business assets are not sufficient to pay their debts. So, a sole trader, because of this unlimited liability, may lose his private assets also. Next one is lack of specialization. Here, the business unit is very small and the financial resources also very limited. So, in that case, he cannot employ the experts to look after his business. And the last one is hasty decision. Here, the sole trader is the only person to discuss and take decisions in each and every activity of the business. Sometimes he may tend to take hasty decisions. It is said, பதறிய காரியம் சிதறம். இது sole traderக்கு ரொம்ப பொருத்தமாக இருக்கும். So let us conclude with these disadvantages. Thank you.